So here come the teams. Hull first into the fray. Both teams hit by injuries today, especially Castleford, who you'll see coming out in a moment. Castleford missing probably one of their key players. That's Graham Stedman. He's been a regular scorer for Castleford this season. He's out today. Graham Stedman's replaced by Tony Smith in the Castleford side. As far as the Hull side are concerned, well, they have a handy-looking side. Here comes Castleford now. There's the whole team. With Richard Gay, Paul Eastwood on to watch, of course, British international at number 2. Patrick Ontar comes in at stand-off half, more regular scrum half. Greg Mackey is the Australian at number 7 for Hull. Other players to watch there, of course, Carl Harrison and Lee Jackson, internationals in the pack. Let's have a look at the Castleford team now. While Castleford badly hit by injuries, Paul Fletcher is in at full-back for St John Ellis, and Tony Smith is in at number 6 in place of Graham Stedman. That'll be a big blow for Castleford. Of course, Lee Crooks, the Castleford number 8, in against his old club Hull. He'll be particularly anxious to do well today. He played for Leeds in between Hull and Castleford, but this was one of his old teams, and Lee Crooks is one of those players who likes to do well against his old teams. Now, Ron, there's the scrum half, the Australian for Castleford, Gary French. A bit of a battle at scrum half today, Ron.
2 Australians, and of course Gary French has been the inspiration behind Castleford's run of 10 victories until their defeat against Bradford Northern on Friday, and likewise Greg Mackey. Since he came across from Warrington earlier in the season, Hull have been on this marvellous run, and you'll see him, he'll be trying things all the time. He'll be bringing the big forwards like Harrison on the bump, but also then he'll be chipping the ball through on the ground, over the top. He's always looking to make play, and I see that with Gary French possibly playing a little bit of a sweeping role as well. The 2 number 7s could be the vital link as to who wins this game.
So the Australian influence very, very strong here today. Not just French and Mackey at scrum half, but also Brad Webb in the Hull side and Jeff Hardy at number 12 for Castleford. The referee is Brian Galtrus, and it's Castleford who kick off. First referee, Neil Turner, for Hull today. He's a late addition to the team. So we go to the traditional softening up process, with Hull trying to get their big pack in a dominant position in the early stages of this game. As the kicking game will be important today. The wind seems to be more of a crosswind than anything else, but certainly Hull gets a tremendous length on that first kick. Here's a chance for David Blange to have a run. Hull obviously fired up. The kicking game looks good. 8 or 9 men chasing up that kick to keep Castleford penned into their own 25 in these early stages. And there is a bad mistake. Bad mistake to making your own 25, that one.
Well, Noel Cleal, the Hull coach, will be very pleased with that, because that's what a kicking game's all about. You get it deep into the opponent's half, a good chase up the field, and hope for a mistake from the opposition. And that's exactly what Hull have got. So,
big chance here for Hull to get some early points on the board. That's scrum half John Sharp, who had a cracking game in the Hull derby on Friday. With 4 more tackles to come. That's Ian Marlow at number 11. Now can they work something here? Tricky little standoff. French international. Still keeping it on the forwards now. Here's the kick possibly from Mackey. No, he turns it inside, and here's Marlow on the run. There's the last tackle. The kick will have to come in now. No, they decided to run it. Well, that's an odd decision there. Carl Harrison ran the ball there on the last tackle, so it's the turnover.
It's amazing how that comes off sometimes, Omar. I think everybody is waiting for the kick, just like we were possibly judging for here. And they worked the short side there, and if Castleford hadn't been on their mettle, Lee Crooks especially there, I think Hull might have just sneaked in at the corner.
So Crooks with a vital saving tackle on Carl Harrison. And that's a vital opportunity for Hull in this top-of-the-table battle gone begging. Castle with a good length on the kick. Richard Gay trying to run through. Taken off the ball tackle there. Neil Turner, who was just nudged off the ball.
Yeah, I think Neil was nudged off the ball, but referee Golch's there picking out Tony Smith a little bit high on Richard Gay, and obviously wants to see a good game of football here today, and saying everything down below the shoulders, and that's the best way. As long as they're consistent with it, why not? Right from the outset, let the players know how he means the referee there. Good decision.
So Eastwood puts Hull into the Castleford half. Here's Harrison on a big drive, urged on by the Hull supporters. Attack. John Sharp seems to have an appetite for the game in the whole pack. Huge back three for Hull in Marlowe, Walker and Sharp. Now we're back to the last tackle. Will they kick this time, or will they try and run it on the last tackle? It's Mackey who this time tries the kick. Offside, that's defended by Paul Fletcher.
That was a brilliant take there by Paul Fletcher. Been a little bit unfortunate. In fact, it was against Hull. He broke his jaw in a clash. But look at the up and under here now from Mackey. Just what we said. He'd be trying to chip over the top. And you can see Marlowe is offside there. But what a marvellous take by Paul Fletcher. That'll do his confidence a world of good, because this is his first game back in the first team. As I say, he broke his jaw against Hull early in the season when a clash with Richard Gay got the injury, but that's a marvellous take, and even though he got the penalty, he didn't know whether it was going to be offside.
So Paul Fletcher, of course, another player who'll be interested in doing well against one of his old clubs, who was from Salford to Hull, and there he goes! There's a fullback who does like to join the attack. Matt Sinjanellis, the man who's replaced his Luke Crooks. Well, maybe they should have done more. Grant Anderson, who was finally tackled there. But that was a real chance. Great break for on the 5-minute mark, but it was a break by Castleford. It was a knock-on at that point.
Terrible mistake there by Sean Irwin. Just took his eye for it. He went to pass the ball from acting half-back. But what a marvellous break here by Lee Crooks. It's got Sean Irwin in support. Sean Irwin sees Grant Anderson on the other side. Roebuck's coming in his side. And really, Grant should have put the ball straight back to Sean Irwin there. And then on to Roebuck. And Castleford would have scored. But superb break there by Lee Crooks. And just shows what he means to do against his old club.
Yes, good sign that for Castleford. Lee Crooks looks as though he has the appetite for this battle today. Jackson, is it on the floor there?
Yes, I think Lee Jackson took a little bit of a knock there as he tried to come on the short side of Graham Southernwood. A bit of keen rivalry there, of course, because Lee Jackson, the Great Britain hooker, and Graham Southernwood, the under-21 international hooker. So maybe out to show Malcolm really that he's up to replacing Lee Jackson in that side. So a great chance for young Graham Southernwood there, because he came in on Friday night for the injured Kevin Beardmore, who dislocated 2 fingers against Helens last week. And Kevin Beardmore, the ex-Great Britain hooker, of course, has been in fine form. So it's a great hooking duel at Castleford, but one that I'm sure Graham Southernwood will relish here today, and looking to put a good performance against Lee Jackson.
So Lee Jackson not doing too well. Taking this forward a minute now. It's Hull's turn to try and drive away from their own 25. Refuse these big forwards, but the last tackle, so the kick we can expect to come in now. Got good length on the last one. Paul Eastwood coming in field, a high one that time, so unusual one actually. Onside! No, he's not offside. I thought he had to be offside there for an onside prop to get it that fast. Would be unusual to say the least, rather. Steve Durham it was penalised.
Well, I think Steve Durham thought that when the ball bounced then he could play on, but that was good play by John Way, the Castleford winger there, because certainly if he'd gone in, it was a difficult ball to take. He let it bounce. He knew those Hull players were offside. Okay, he had to rely on the referee's decision, but that's what the referee's there for. Another good decision, and well, Hull back on the defensive again now.
So let's see what Castleford going to do. This is Dean Sampson wearing the skull cap to try and make inroads there. Well, this big Hull pack, they're not easy to penetrate. Haven't played as well away from the boulevard as they have at the boulevard, but this is a nice little move. There's a chance for Jonathan Ray to... Now, Crooks not able to get hold of that one, and the ball goes to ground. It wasn't an easy pass for Lee Crooks to hold there, but it was encouraging the Castle were prepared to switch the ball wide, and that's Hull's turn to try and punch some holes in this Castleford defence. So we're relying on the big forwards at the moment. A couple of drives, that's a good drive there by John Sharp. Another forward drive, this time it's big Carl Harris. Somebody's well held. Well, 2 or 3 times Paul Fletcher's looked very sharp today. And Chelsea with Lee Jackson there. Now it's Castleford's turn to use their centre rows to try and make inroads. There's a bad mistake by Southernwood, he won't be happy with that one. And a mistake by Onta, he drops it. But it's put in for Hull, with Castleford having knocked on first.
Well, interesting decision there. Referee Golters suggesting that Hull hadn't been taking any advantage. So that's a great decision.
John Sharp certainly looks sharp around the base of the Hull pack. And it's still 0-0. Roughly 10 minutes gone in this match. Graham Southernwood there. Slightly unfortunate, I felt, on that one.
Well, Graham Southernwood's got to pick his game up at the moment. He's lost a lot of ball. Now he's giving penalties away, and that's something that Daryl van der Veld won't be too pleased about at all, because this, on 10 minutes, is giving the opportunity for Hull to go in the league. And of course, in such a tight game as this, 2 points could be vital at the end of it.
So Paul Eastwood, usually a reliable kicker, has kicked well for Great Britain and Hull this season, with an early chance to put points on the board for Hull. This Graham Southernwood getting a bit of refreshment after, I suppose, his enthusiasm got the better of him, I think, is the charitable way to put it. Here's Paul Eastwood to try and give it.
There may have been some verbal refreshment there as well, Martin.
We're getting a major production on this kick, the pile of sand falling over. See, in your day, Ron, they used to dig holes in the ground. That was the way to do it, wasn't it?
Not when poor Albert Lunn, who used to be the groundsman here, he didn't like it much at the end of the day, I'll tell you that.
So, it's fallen over again.
Must be the wrong grade of sand, Martin. Try another quarry somewhere.
Well, this is one tradition we've brought from Australia that occasionally causes annoyance. This is like neighbours, really, isn't it? Yes. So, Paul Eastwood, is he finally going to get a chance to kick this goal? He's just giving the ball another chance to fall over. Well, he scored it. It was worth it. It was worth all the messing around there, because it gives Hull a vital early lead in this match. Twice, 3 times they've been near the Castleford line and come away with nothing, and it is important to come away with points, albeit only 2 points if you're attacking. So Lee Crooks to restart now. Castleford will want to get quickly back into this game.
An excellent penalty that showed incredible temperament for the ball to keep falling over like that, because as you've just said, it is a vital kick to go in front at this stage, and he's done that for 35 yards out, giving the goal just a fill like
So there's Sharp, puts the ball away nicely there. That was good play by Sharp. Jackson holds it up well. Now this is a chance, Alter. Well, 40 yards on that move, and it was good backing up by Hull. Good releasing of the ball in difficult situations. And that one is going to go into touch, and it's going to be the Hull push in there. There was Jonathan Ray had little option really but to help that ball out into touch.
No, he showed good temperament there because he let it roll and roll, hoping it would go in, but eventually, with the help of a little shot from Neil Turner, he put the ball into touch. But Hull well in control and on the attack at the moment.
So good heel by Hull. Now, can they work something here? Well, that was Neil Turner. You can see what they were trying to do, but Castleford were alive to that one. His on-time, here's Sharp, who has looked very sharp in these early stages. And he puts Hull within 10 yards of the Castleford line. That is no good at all. That was Allentown trying to turn his inside for Steve Durham, but really, it gives Castleford a chance to counter-attack. Jeff Hardy on a powerful looking run there. And here's Dean Sachs. Terrible mistake. That really is a terrible mistake in front of your own post, that.
Well, it's a terrible mistake, and Graham Sutherwood's lucky to get away with not conceding a penalty, I felt there, because he dived for the loose ball, and he was in front of Dean Sampson. I think possibly he was lucky that Hull player touched it first.
So, Mackey with a chance. That's a lovely ball by Mackey, and this is the first try for Hull. An absolutely defence-splitting pass by Greg Mackey, and the try for Damien McGarry, the Australian, who had a good game on Friday in the Hull derby, and there he is with 4 more points. It's 6-0.
Well, that was a tremendous ball there. Castleford all at 6s and 7s. Certainly not stand outside the men. Paul Fletcher's in no man's land, taking his men. Grant Anderson, who's standing off on that far side, just can't do anything about it. Beautiful play there by Greg Mackey. Beautiful decoy run by Richard Gay. Yeah. But Hull certainly well in control at this moment.
So there you are. Hull have been into the Castleford half on several occasions. It was the missing of the man there really by Greg Mackey, which gave Damien McGarry the chance to go over for a try for Hull, and an excellent early score. Castleford looking to be in some disarray at the moment. They're now 6-0 down with Paul Eastwood the chance to make it 8-0, and he'll take his time. He likes to. Wide that time. Not a good kick, straight across the face of the posts. So with quarter of an hour gone, there's just a try and a goal in it. It's Castleford 0, Hull 6.
I'm sure Darryl van der Velde at this stage will be trying to pick Castleford up with the mistakes they're conceding in and around their own 25. They're just putting pressure on themselves. That came from Dean Sampson losing the ball quite inexplicably there, and Hull winning the scrum and then put it to good effect. And they're certainly playing very, very well.
So Hull looking the better in these early stages. The match is vital if either side to have a chance of replacing Wigan or Widnes towards the top of the table. Castleford at the moment don't seem to be playing as if it is a championship decider. They don't seem to be fired up as much as you would expect them to be, Ron.
They look very lethargic. Whether the aftermath of the Bradford result is still in the system, I don't know, but they've got to pick their game up very, very quickly, otherwise they've gone too far away.
And that's a good kick and a chase by Hull. Fletcher does well to bring that out of his own 25, but a towering kick by Paul Eastwood, and Hull once more playing the kicking game to very good effect. It's one of the hallmarks, Sean, isn't it, of a team with an Australian coach. They do tend to play the kicking game well.
Well, that's what we said about Greg Mackey before the game, and Gary French has got to get a grip on him, because that's the duel that's on the cards, and really, if Gary French can get on top of Greg Mackey, Castleford will get back into the game.
Well, Castleford's chance there, but well recovered by Hull, which gives them a chance now to use their big forwards to try and drive the ball away. Mackey took a bit of a knock there, but that's well held by Steve Durham initially, but he did drop it. Just to prove me wrong, he decided to drop it, but he held it well. At first, this gives Castleford a chance now because they have the put in, following that mistake by Durham. It's a nice heel. French trying to work something there for Jonathan Ray, but unable to on that occasion. There's Southernwood. Well, beats his man, but I think maybe he took the wrong option there. This will be a penalty. I think it was Damien McGarry who seems to have hurt his head doing whatever it was he was alleged to have done there.
I think he realised what he'd done there, and he was just trying to keep out the way, and I don't think he's injured at all. He realised he made an indiscretion and just wanted to keep cool.
So Cass deciding to run it there. They could have gone for the 2 points, but they've decided to go for the 6 points, which would obviously be a huge fillip for them at this stage. Fletcher gets the ball away. It's still live. It went out. It's back to 1 as well. He wipes the slate clean as Castleford now have 6 more tackles. And here's Dean Sampson with a chance into the hole 25. Now what can Castleford do? They'll travel on the French. Here's Lee Crooks. Goes lumbering deep into the hole 25. 3 more tackles to work something well. They go blind, and there's French with a little kick through. There's a kick at the chase. Well, Mackey had to be quick there.
Mackey is the captain in all sorts of areas at the moment, on defence, on attack, and this little chip through from French, a superb touch there, and Grant Anderson coming, but Greg Mackey just getting there. What a captain's role Greg Mackey's playing at the moment.
Well, he's saved them actually on both touchlines. 2 recent attacks by Castleford, and Mackey's been a saviour on both occasions. This time it's Jeff Hardy. So this is a good spell for Castleford. They'll want to put something on the board at this stage, and if they can score it. Well, that's a good looking run by Sean Owen.
A good run, but a terrible pass there, Martin. It was never on. He was on the floor, and Graham Sutherland wasn't with him. Once again, they haven't consolidated. They haven't taken their 6 tackles. In all sorts of trouble. But all of a sudden, all trying to play too much football. They should have settled it down there. There was nothing for John Sharp again to flick the ball on there to Brad Webb. He should have settled it down. Castleford back in with a chance if they win the scrum.
Well, we're midway through the first half. Castleford now. A good spell. A little bit of juggling there by Tony Smith.
I think he'd have got there without that juggling. He just had to check his pace a bit, but Castleford showing good form at the moment.
So, a couple of yards from the line. And that Castleford must surely come up with something here as Lee Crooks trying to work something with Jeff Hardy. And this is a good-looking attack by Castleford, but will they run out of tackles? Something going around the circles there. That's a tackle wasted. And we'll see the kick now. Lee Crooks. That's a good ball. Very French tackle there. Now it's the last tackle. Lee Crooks with the kick. Oh! So close that time. That time it was Patrick Altar who saved Hull. A good kick by Lee Crooks.
Yes, here's the play now. Jeff Hardy flicked the ball up to Lee Crooks. He looks up, little side foot, over the line there. Fletcher chase away. He'd love to score against his own side, but just being kicked head by Armstrong there. Good cover by the halfback.
So, it keeps Castleford on the attack. Solid attack by Castleford for the last 5 minutes. And here's Paul Fletcher. He'll run it at his old club. Well, she does a little side step, but a nice step is Paul Fletcher.
We've just had Dean Busby come on there, Martin, for Steve Durham. So whether Steve Durham was injured or not, or it's a tactical change by Northfield, I don't know. But we have Dean Busby on for Steve Durham.
So first substitution, and that's there was a good little attack by Castleford. But once again, the ball goes to Graham. Castleford making really too many mistakes in this first half here. It's big. Marlow for Hull. They have got a big pack, and they'll use them once more, this time with John Sharp to So, 5 tackles. The kick will come in now. This time it's the kick by Mackey.
getting quite as much distance in that one, which means Fletcher's got to bend down and gives the chasing Hull attackers the chance to pin Castleford back. Well, there's David Plange trying to take the ball from acting half-back and drive the ball back into the Hull half. Castleford has spent approximately 10 minutes in the Hull half of the field and come away with precisely nothing. This time, though, there's Jeff Hardy. A kick from Crooks. They're not going to have to play it. They'll have to get it away from that, which they do. Only just, though. It was almost touch and go. Trying to get the ball here in his own line. So it'll be a couple of dry spelling throws, I suspect. There's Carl Harrison, no. With a drive. This is good defence by Castleford at the moment. They're keeping Hull pinned back there. This is Castleford waking up somewhat here. They've got Hull are going to have to try and keep deep with Eastwood. Fletcher with a chance to drive it back. Plange hungry for action. He's come inside to try and find some action for himself. Not fooled by Keith England there. There was a knock-on anyway. So a bit of a chapter of accidents, that particular little bit of play there on.
Well, Graham Southernwood's got to get his game together at the moment. He's making all sorts of mistakes. He's just got to cool down, slow things down a bit, and not get overexcited. And Castleford have got to take those 6 tackles. You've got to have the ball to get the confidence with it. And we saw when they had a period up in the 25, they started putting their game together, but now they've gone back to making silly mistakes.
So 15 minutes left in this first half. It's Hull 6, Castleford 0. Mackey will go for the kick. And, well, that's a free kick for Hull. What was that for, Ron?
I think it was for a late tackle on Mackey. Referee Golters just having a quick word with Lee Crooks, the Castleford captain there. I think Anderson was the offender, but just a little bit of a flick out, possibly saying, and I don't think there was anything vicious about it. He just wants to keep a good control.
So, Hull with a real chance now. Here's Carl Harrison. Well, he needs 3 of them to stop him. They're working the ball towards the posts. Mackey is ready to work something here. No, they switched the ball the other way. John Sharp on the run there, but that was good tackling. And this time a free kick for... Is it obstruction there?
Yes, the dummy run there going in. I think it was Russ Walker on the dummy run, taking the Castleford defenders out. The ball being thrown wide to Sharp, and of course that's a distinct advantage there to Hull. But a terrible kick by Castleford there, not finding touch and put themselves under pressure again. There's going to be some talking to at half-time by Darryl Bannerman.
So Mackey to Archer, and this is a useful looking attack. It's a very useful looking attack. Well, reverse pass there by Richard Gay. But the linesman's on the field there. A little bit of a... The linesman was a little bit hasty running onto the field there. There's obviously a few... Well, this is Ontar on the run there.
Sean Irwin coming off his line, terrible there. He was drawn in. Tony Smith had the tackle on Ontar. There's Sean Irwin, obviously frustrated from missing the tackle, going back on Neil Turner, and Neil Turner having a little bit of a go back at Sean Irwin. But a little bit of bad defensive play by Sean Irwin. Must stop out and mark his own man.
So Lee Crooks, that's a good ball by Crooks, but Hull alive to it. It's up and up in these early stages. Both sides making more mistakes than you would expect in an encounter right at the top of the First Division, but that's a fine touch-finding kick by Lee Crooks.
Neither side has found their top form so far, and let's hope they can just settle down a bit. There is a lot at stake, but at the same time, when there's a lot at stake, this is when you must play your best football.
Well, possibly we'll see the game come to life in the second half. Often happens in these morning kickoffs on over Easter. Bank holiday. It takes them a while to wake up, possibly. They've had a couple of dry sherries, the Easter celebrations with the family. And this is an excellent break by the Great Britain hooker Lee Jackson. He's going to go all the way. Wow! Jeff Hardy just about tapped his ankles there, but what a break by Lee Jackson. Puts Hull really in the driving seat. Can they put more points on the board before half-time? Patrick Altar. That's a great ball by Altar to Jackson, and this is Carl Harrison. Wow. That was out of nothing. Lee Jackson absolutely charged at the Castleford defence with the ball there. There's Mackey. Oh, well, Mackey was almost too clever for himself there.
Well, that was a brilliant break by Lee Jackson, and the pace he showed there to make this break, it really was tremendous, because you just look at him going away now. Look at that. He goes through, tackles there, beating England, throwing out him. Jeff Hardy chasing for all his worth. Paul Fletcher goes nowhere, still going, and Jeff Hardy just flicks his ankle there. Gary French would have most probably got there, but what a marvellous break by Lee Jackson. And then we saw Mackey being a little bit too clever, rather than just doing the basic thing for John Sharp, and John Sharp knocking on. But Hull certainly are very much the better side at the moment.
Still, some of the pressure is relieved with that touch-finding kick by Gary French, and well, Jeff Hardy, that was bootlaces really. The linesman's consulting the referee about something, not too sure exactly what. It's a Hull put in, so well, that was Altar trying to bring Brad Webb, his compatriot, through on the crash move there, but here's the substitute, Dean Busby. He's replaced Steve Durham at number 10 for Hull. Here's John Sharp. John Sharp working through some very high back tackle there by Keith England.
Keith England had a disappointing game on Friday, and he's certainly not up to his normal high standards again here this morning. Castleford will be looking very closely at that, I'm sure.
So there's Mackey. Up by Tony Smith. His temper's going a little bit high here. There's Dean Busby. That wasn't no obstruction there. No obstruction. It was Brad Webb who made the break. Made the vital break there for Hull. And Castleford very much on the rack at the moment. It's their drop out from under the sticks. Lee Crooks will be looking to get good length with this to try and relieve a little bit of this pressure. But it has to be said that Hull look at least 6 points better than Castleford at this stage, and unfortunate not to be further in the lead.
Yes, I think I'd go along with that, but they're looking dangerous again on that far side there, Martin. And Noel Field will be disappointed if they only go in 6 points up, and there's Keith England giving a silly penalty away again now, and that's a player who's not at his best and not on top of his game when you start giving silly penalties away like that. See John Joyner's been stretching down on the touchline side, and I certainly think they need his influence at the moment.
Well, certainly Castleford needs somebody to work something, because they're 6-0 down. We're coming up to half-time. Just about 6 or 7 minutes left till half-time, and there's a chance for Paul Eastwood to put Hull further in the lead. He'll possibly take these 6 or 7 minutes to take the kick, because
it's the same grade of sand as last time. Yes, I'm sure he will do, Martin. But I'm a little bit surprised they're kicking for goal here. I know it's another 2 points, but the pressure they've been putting on Castleford, putting the ball in the corner and going for a try, I would have thought might have been a better option.
So Great Britain winger Paul Eastwood hits it across the face of the goal as last time, and this time, well, it was too short. He did better on the direction, but not as well on the length. He obviously felt confident he could get the 2 points there, having had one kick from that position before, to try and get his length and get his distance. But unfortunately for Paul Eastwood, just dropping short gives Castleford the chance to try and drive the ball clear. They'll need not to make mistakes here. As Lee Crooks doesn't find touch, but he does ping Hull back into their own half, from where Richard Gay will try and get the ball clear just over the halfway line.
A lot of the feeling is now it's better not to find touch, because it's the opposing side's head and ball, but if you just keep the ball in the corners and have a good chase upfield, all the Hull people have got to get back as well, and you possibly get 2 or 3 tackles in by the time they get back.
Right.
It's a bit of a good fly.
It's the chase that's important, isn't it?
Very much so. And the tackling when they get there.
So Carl Harrison and John Joyner is warming up for Castleford on the far side, so we're going to see a substitution possibly just before half-time. Now Graham Southernwood. So Hull caught offside. There's John Joyner waiting to come on. He's going to replace Graham Southernwood for Castleford. Graham Southernwood's had a fairly disappointing first half. Forward, but play on, says the referee. Here's Blanche with a chance for Castleford. Wow, real chances for Castleford. Oh, yes, Sean Irwin. Sean Irwin, was it a double movement? No. The referee says no. The whole players protest.
And Ron Hill looks very, very surprised, Martin. Well, whether it was a double movement or not, I would have definitely been saying it was 50-50, but David Pranch making a marvellous run, puts the ball there to the supporting Neil Roebuck. Neil Roebuck with a beautiful dasher, just changes direction inside the Sean Irwin. Now we're going to wait for it. Is it a double movement? We've got to wait and see. He steps inside Mackie, still going for line. The tackle coming in from Richard Gay and also from Damien McGarry. Well, we'll leave that one to the judgments. I think it depends which side of the fence you're on. I'm going to be a neutral and say it was dubious, but the scorebook will say Castleford now 4, Hull 6. Could the goal to come?
Well, they all count as 4 points. Was it his momentum? Was it a double movement? Luke Crooks to try and put it level just before half-time. What a bonus this will be for Castleford. If the amount of pressure they withstood, they can come in level at half-time and we can start 40 minutes in the second half all square. I suspect that will be a real boost for Castleford and will give them the initiative in the second half. They'll be overjoyed if they can be 6-all, because there's no way, on the basis of this first half showing, they've been Hull's equals. No way at all. John Joyner still waiting to come on to replace Graham Southernwood. 5 minutes to half-time. Lee Crooks to level the scores, and he does. So Crooks, who's be happy with his first half performance at least, levels the scores. Right, we're going to have another look at this now.
Well, David Blanche coming on the run, coming across field, looking for support, going round on Tar there, just stepping inside, the half tackle comes in, good support from Roebuck. Now watch Roebuck, he dashes away, Irwin calls, beautiful change of direction there by Roebuck. Irwin on the diagonal run, going back inside, comes inside Mackie, still going, sniffs the line a bit now, the carry just holds him. Well, I think my money would be for a double movement, quite honestly, there, but the referee said it was all one movement. I've seen tries disallowed for less. And, we've got John Joyner on the field for Graham Southernwood, and as you've just said, Martin, Castleford are all square, and that's what will be bothering them, but a very, very lucky side at this stage. I feel to be 6 points.
So Castleford are fortunate to be level at 6-all, but if that doesn't spur them on to greater efforts, nothing will. They've got out of jail really in this first half. Whether it's the referee who's opened the door for them or not will be a matter of dispute, particularly as far as the Hull fans just below us here in the commentary box are concerned. Hull managed to regain that ball. Carl Harrison with a tough tackle there, and John Sharp now with a chance to try and put Hull back in what they feel will be their rightful position at half-time. That's in the lead now, though, 6-all. And here's Mackie to try and work something. Oh, John Sharp spills that ball. Oh, another mistake, and a mistake wouldn't match here. There's Planche. He looks sharp today, doesn't he, David Planche?
Well, he's had plenty of opportunity to come into the acting half-back spots and run away from that position. And of course, it was his run that set up that last try with good supporting by Neil Roebuck and Sean Irwin.
Well, here's key thing. He'll want to do something in these latter stages of the first half, perhaps in the early stage of the second, because he's not played up to his reputation. Great Britain international, of course. Keith B for England. Ah, that's a beautiful ball by Hardy. That was a cracking ball by Hardy to Smith. And here's Jeff Hardy again. Well, Castleford looking much better now. What a nice dummy by Joyner. Crooks keeps the ball going. This is Castleford, as we like to see them, and this is Shaw Road, the try scorer. Irwin, nice inside pass, but England not able to hold it. It's the turnover because it was on the 6th tackle.
Beautiful play again, long ball from Gary French. Pity couldn't have got it out first time there because the handling before that was excellent. Sean Owen using John Ray as a dummy on the outside, flicks it back inside. If only that could have gone to Keith England. John Joyner was in support, Gary French was there, but if only. We've said that a few times in our lives.
Yes, it would have been a certain try. Shame England couldn't quite get to it. Wasn't quite fast enough to get to that pass. However, it would have been an injustice, I think, Ron, if Cass would have been in the lead at half-time.
Well, the play they've brought up since they've scored in the last few minutes, they're starting to throw the ball about. It's amazing, a little bit of a dodgy decision like that, and the conference changes. But, they're not going to give this game up. They're still playing good football, and I suppose, really, for the neutral, 6-all at half-time, and then we can start with two sides from the top of the table in the second half.
So it's a fascinating game, this. Old Tower with a lovely inside pass. The ball's still going. Greg Mackey seems determined to overcomplicate things when he doesn't need to. He started off this game playing superb rugby, but 2 or 3 times recently Greg Mackey's tried silly little reverse passes.
I think Castleford have closed it down a little bit now. They've seen his style of play. He's turned the ball back inside a lot. Quality player like Lee Cook's out there. He'll have spotted it, said to his lads, right, they turned it back inside. Let's take these runners. Not many runners like to take the ball off the bumper. There's 2 or 3 of the opposition waiting for them.
So almost half-time and Castleford coming right into the game. What a great slip ball by Crooks to England. Now there's a real chance. Well, that was a real chance for Keith England to redeem his first half. He almost had too many options there, Ron.
Well, look at this for a run. He's looking, the supporting Tony Smith there again. They're the best passer in the world, and he should have kept going there. The line was still to go for. It was never on to pass the ball. Richard Gay knocked the pass down. Castleford have still got a chance.
Well, still got a chance. We're into injury time at the end of this first half. Of course, there was the stoppage for Paul Eastwood's kick, so we'll perhaps get through 6 tackles before the hooter goes.
Castleford know the 40 minutes which are on the clock there. I would have thought they might have gone in and just gone for one, but who knows, they might get 4 here. Tony Smith going in. Yes. Tony Smith has scored. Well, he always follows Lee Crooks. He was there again. Lee Crooks flicked the ball up. Tony Smith, who's got 121 honours this season, a lot of it for his supporting role of Lee Crooks, but put Castleford in the lead, and Martin, as they say, what a funny whole game.
Well, here we are again, Ron, and I think we'll see that it's Lee Crooks who really does the work here.
Balls off Lee Jackson. Look at that beautiful ball there. Tony Smith coming in. He's still at the reach out over Richard Kay. Really stretched for it, and look at that. That's a delighted Tony Smith. And a little bit of a tap round the back of the ear to go with it. Well,
Castleford looking, after 30 minutes of this first half, Castleford looked like a team in some disarray. They did not look like a top-of-the-table side. But 2 tries, one of them slightly fortunate, but that one, an absolutely, well, really a result of some brilliant play by Lee Crooks, who's had a cracking first half. His kicking has been excellent. He's slipped the ball on 2 or 3 occasions. He's not always had the support from the rest of his pack. But Lee Crooks now has a chance to put Castleford 12-6 at half-time. The hooter will almost certainly go after this kick.
Well, maybe you're right, Martin. We are past 12 o'clock now, and Castleford obviously don't wake up until the midday sign comes. They really will be delighted with this scoreline, I can assure you.
So vital points in the First Division Championship battle. Long way to go yet, of course, but there's Crooks. Oh, he misses it. Well, I was just saying what a good first half Lee Crooks has had. There's the hooter. There's the hooter. He doesn't score the points there. But Castleford, I think, will be delighted, Ron, to be in the lead at half-time.
They will be, but at the end of the day, you've got to take those 2 points. I thought he'd come back a long way there for Lee Crooks. He's normally a little bit closer than that, but look at the score by 10 points to 6. When Hull was 6-0 up, half an hour gone, they really were in total control. Maybe Greg Mackey was a little bit over-elaborate there, but there's the half-time score. Castleford.
So, Castleford 10, Hull 6. A vital First Division clash here, right at the top of the table. And Castleford must be feeling slightly fortunate to be 10-6 up at half-time. Hull, I take it, Ron, will probably play a similar sort of game in the second half to the one they played in the first. I would have thought they'd be particularly anxious to change their tactics, right?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure Castleford, the main thing they'll want to do is keep the ball for the 6 tackles and just slow their play down. They've been a little bit erratic, made a lot of mistakes in and around their own 25, and Hull, maybe Mackie will go back to his form of the early of the first half when he wasn't quite so elaborate. Dean Sampson taking a bit of a chance bending down there, but maybe that'll do his confidence the world of good.
Yes, good pick up by Sampson, but it's in Castleford's 25, so they'll need their forwards to drive away from here before possibly the big kick comes in. There's Roebuck. And here's the kick by Gary French. Well, the wind is obviously favouring the team playing from right to left. Well, it did appear to me to be more of a crosswind. And the Cass fans are massed behind the Hull posts, obviously expecting Castleford to score some points in this second half. Lee Crooks making that tackle. He's been a key figure for Castleford in the first half, and they can thank their half-time lead, at least thank him for their half-time lead.
Put a big stint in on Friday as well, Martin, in defeat of Bradford. He made 40 tackles. That's a lot for a number 8, I can assure you.
Jackson, who can be dangerous, as has already shown Castleford, but that time he's lost the ball. So now Castleford, can they pick the game up exactly where they left it at the end of the first half? Here's Crooks. There, he skips the ball away again. This is Fletcher backing up. Fletcher loves to link up with the attack. And now if they can play the ball quickly and move it left, it's Crooks again. Little kick through by Crooks. It's a chase for Tony Smith. And Hull lost it virtually on their own line. It's not a try. They managed to ground the ball over the line, Hull there. But it was desperately close. Another good kick by Lee Crooks.
Well, that was really close. They lost the ball, and whether this is the right decision, Crooks puts the kick through, and maybe Hull have knocked on. It shouldn't be a dropout. It shouldn't be a scrum on the line, but you can see both Webb and Eastwood going back for it, and Webb loses the ball there. And how he retrieves the ball, I don't know. Keith England went in for it. Where's the ball over there? Well, the referee's given the drop out under the post.
I think on the basis...
Maybe the referee was correct.
I was going to say, on the basis of what happened, I think it was about the only decision he could probably give there. But it did look like Hull possibly grounding the ball over the line. Difficult to see, but Paul Eastwood to try and kick it as deep as he possibly can. Because it's Jeff Hardy turned around and go for it. And that's a good driving run by Jeff Hardy.
He retrieved the situation well there, because I felt he should have taken the ball on the full, and he was in 2 minds. The ball ran on past him. He lost about 20 yards, but he did regain it, so we'll let Jeff Hardy on.
Tony Smith is following up these little breaks by Lee Crooks, and it's paying dividends at the moment for Castleford. Well, England possibly could have given Jeff Hardy a run there. There's Roebuck. There's French with a bit of space. Turns it the other way. Now Lee Crooks is causing damage every time he gets the ball. Not that time though, he's dropped it on that occasion.
Always a danger for a ball player that he's got to go in with the ball available to release to the supporting players, and Lee Crooks was just spotted by Russ Walker, who's doing that again there, and he took the ball out.
This is a good break. A beautiful pass. Oh, it's a fairly high tackle, but he's got it. It was fair enough according to the ref. Now Carl Harrison's trying to drive the ball through from there. Carl Harrison trying to do the job for Hull, but Lee Crooks has been doing for Castleford. Switches. It's a fascinating game, this, because it's going both ways. They've got a lot of mistakes. That'll be okay, though. And here's Altar. Oh, that's a good block by Altar. This is a real chance for Busby now. Oh, well, maybe he should have passed it wide to Paul Eastwood there. But that was a real chance for Hull.
Castleford are very lucky there because they knocked the ball down on the far side. I think it was Sean Irwin when it should have been back to one or back to the first tackle. And then really I felt that Busby should have made more of it there when Grant Anderson absolutely sold himself on defence, went into no man's land. Look at this coming across here now. Little on tour with the ball, coming across the field, just going there, going to put it up now to Busby. Now watch Busby go, still going, he's got plenty of supporting players inside now. French coming across the field, still going there, and really a little bit of inexperience there from Dean Busby, and didn't make the most of it. But I think Castleford fortunate once again because it should have been back to the first tackle and Hull would have still been on that Castleford line.
Yes, if Castleford win this vital championship match, they'll look back on 2 or 3 incidents in this match, and that will certainly be one of them. 2 or 3 incidents that really have turned the game so far anyway, but there's a long time to go yet. And there's still only 4 points in it. It's Castleford 10, Hull 6, and of course that missed kick just before half-time will be one incident that Castleford will look back on because that could in the end prove decisive. But we'll see. Here's John Sharp. Well, he couldn't get the ball out to Russ Walker, who was following up. Could have been another good move for Hull, who now appears to be coming back into the game somewhat. After a bit of a diffident patch, there's Mackey. And here's Paul Fletcher with a good sidestep. Fletcher always dangerous running the ball from full-back. England, I suspect, has been told to do a little bit more work and get a bit more involved in the second half. There's Lee Crooks again. To get the ball away on that occasion, but always dangerous. It's got the robot. So, final tackle. The kick will come in here, possibly from Lee Crooks. There it is. That time. For the winger, Jonathan Ray to chase, but he goes into touch anyway, so Hull will have head and ball. Castleford, if they could win this one against the head, would be in a very good position. There's Hull's way. Tackling there by Castleford, they were very sharp onto Hull there.
Tony Smith doing a good stint here. It would have been 3 on the dot if he'd taken Jackson there, but just raised his game a little. Inspired Castleford for a good defensive show there. Oh, still looking dangerous though with these half breaks. Mackey waiting for the ball once again on the last tackle.
Fletcher taking a short walk through the middle and makes good ground. Here's Lee Crooks. Well, breaks the tackle again. Fletcher and Crooks have gained a good 25 yards for Cass there, 30 yards maybe. And it puts Castleford in a good attacking position. Jeff Hartley to Tony Smith. Bob Smith drops the ball there. It's gone backwards, says the referee, and here's a chance for David Blanche. Is it back to 1? I suppose it should be if the ref hasn't wiped the slate clean. Here's Sean Irwin. Spins out of the tackle, spins out of 2 tackles, gets the ball right to Jonathan Ray. And that was a vital tackle for Neil Turner to make there for Hull. But it still means Castleford have a chance here with Lee Crooks. Lee Crooks! Nearly got that ball away.
Just see it popping out there. Good news. Roebuck was in support, and Castleford, what will they try on this last tackle now?
Little kick for John Joyner, and it's the try!
Jonathan Ray has scored. Beautiful little kick there by John Joyner. Jonathan Ray, they'll be pleased with that one. A recent signing from Morley Rugby Union in the England under-21 squad, Jonathan Ray. But didn't he read that well? And he had to get to it, Marty, because that ball would have gone there.
Well, Hull seemed to stand still there.
Sean Owen to Joyner on the blind side, little side foot again. Look at John Ray off after that. He's got to get there before that dead ball line just gets there. Magnificent anticipation by John Ray, obviously really reading the situation, and I think he wants to smile there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Where were Hull though, Ron?
Well, I think they were so flat. It was the last tackle once again. Gary French was there waiting. Look at that little chip through, little side footer, carpet slipper job. And Jonathan Ray just getting there inches before. Referee Goltris in the perfect position. If he was anywhere else, would have been a hard decision to give that one. And who knows, that could be the telling try in the match.
So 10 minutes gone in the second half. First blood of the second half to Castleford. And I think the replay showed us very clearly there that there was no suggestion that Ray was offside. He got to the ball fast. That was pure speed, actually, that took him to that one. He was anticipating the kick by Joyner, which was something that the whole defence signally failed to do.
Very difficult to defend that one, to be fair to Hull there, Martin, because they're flat on their try line. They've got to come forward to defend, otherwise the tackler won't be able to stop the man coming over the top of him. And John Joyner's read it perfectly, just side-footed it through from a couple of yards out. And John Ray, perfect place.
So Lee Crooks, who missed come out of the easy one in the first half, can he kick this more difficult one? They're having trouble with the wind today, actually. The ball is blowing over on these piles of sand.
Water rates are very high these days, Martin, so I suppose we can't dampen the sand down. Certainly we thought it was very, very windy when we were down on the pitch before the game, but up in the gantry here it hasn't affected so much. But obviously a very, very windy day, so maybe we've been critical of some of the standard of the football, which hasn't allowed for good passing movements.
So Lee Crooks now. See the wind there, that ball did hold up in the wind. So it's 14-6 for Castleford. They now have the buffer of the 2 extra points over and above the trial goal in the lead. It means that Hull have to score twice, and it puts Castleford in a very good position in this top of the table clash. They need to win their matches. They need to hope that Wigan and Widnes slip up in some of their matches. We've seen in the Cup how there is, of course, the possibility of Widnes slipping up, but Wigan, it has to be said of late, looked pretty well infallible. Still, Castleford will plug on, and they'll plug on very effectively here. This is a marvellous run by Sean Irwin.
Marvellous run there, Martin, but really, at the end of the day, Paul Fletcher was first on his outside, saw Sean going wide of it, then went on to the other side of him, and really Sean should have just looked and popped the ball up for Fletcher and been in support, but instead of that, he slipped trying to do something which was totally unnecessary.
So, an opportunity that goes awry for Castleford there. That ball spilled by Sampson, but it went backwards, so another chance here. Here's Crooks, comes lumbering onto that beautiful inside pass to Tony Smith, who's been passing, he's been backing up Lee Crooks infallibly in this match, and here's Paul Fletcher with his little side step, takes the ball into the Hull 25. It's the last tackle though, so I think possibly we'll see the kick coming in. Will it be Joyner again with the kick? Yes, it is. He's going to try the second thing again. No, Lightning's not going to strike twice, but the referee says the changeover, it bounced off the Hull man. They didn't try and play it, he says, so it's Hull with a chance to drive the ball clear of their own line, but Castleford looking very dangerous. And Hull will need to get points on the board very quickly here. Not like that they won't. Dean Sampson now with a chance to run at the Hull defence. Here's Roebuck. And here's England. He steps out of that tackle. That's the ball to Grant Anderson. Grant Anderson still going. Still going. Just caught inches short of the line there. Very French. Joyner. Joyner perhaps trying to be a little bit too clever there, but it did need somebody to try something different and vary the play, and John Joyner is the ideal man to do that. There are still chances for Castleford here. That's the long pass by Roebuck. Hardy, Jonathan Ray picks up the ball. Possibly the pass by Roebuck was not the best. So, Gary French. Oh dear, 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 we're up to the last tackle here. So perhaps John Joyner with a kick, no. That kick's gone. on fully 10 yards backwards. Grant Anderson gets the ball. There's still people going. It is the last tackle. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy kicks forward now. Well, considering Castleford made a complete cash of that on the last tackle, they've done rather well out of it, Rob.
Not even I dare say that with a black boot, Martin. They got out of jail, as you said earlier, on that one, because they got in all sorts of trouble, and then Jeff Hardy picked the situation up, and it was a beautiful chip through again. It's the same thing as we were talking about. The ball going into touch isn't quite as advantageous as just putting it over the line. Good chase up and tackle, and now Hull have got a kick out to Castleford. It should be Castleford possession.
So, quarter of an hour gone. It's a good spell of attacking for Castleford. They've attacked almost incessantly in this first quarter of an hour. Here's Paul Fletcher. Paul Fletcher is anxious to get in the fray from full-back. He does back up so well. He's been injury-prone. Very unlucky, Paul Fletcher, in his career at Hull, at Salford, and now here at Castleford. But a very game player. And now here's Lee Crooks. Not able to get the ball away on that occasion. Looks almost nonchalant when he numbers onto these balls, but so effective. Keith England trying to get the ball away, and again, in case of keeping the passing one perhaps to carry on with a better option. Well, that's a great recovery. He's not in touch, it's a great recovery by Richard Gray. They needed really to do something there, Hull. Richard Gray's lifted them with that recovery and that run there from that point, but Keith England tried a pretty impossible pass, I think, again for Castleford there. And now Hull with a chance to attack. This is Damien McGarry, try scoring in the first half, and McGarry, well, he's still going. Great run by Damien McGarry. Now a chance for Hull. Now real chances here, and that will make it very, very interesting if they can score at this stage. Castleford really need to hold firm. Dear. What a terrible pass. Here's Mackie. Well, Mackie again trying some odd stuff there, and really that pass was... Greg Mackie has gone off the boil, I would suspect, in the last 20-25 minutes.
Well, I think there's a little bit of grief there. The pass from acting half-back from McGarry was atrocious. I know he just made a marvellous run on the far side, but no excuses at this level. From the acting half-back, they threw it very, very lazily behind the play. They had to retrieve it, and Mackie wasn't happy about that at all.
So it could be a turning point, because Hull really did need to score at that stage. And they really threw the opportunity away. And Castleford look full of running now. David Blanche and Jeff Hardy have brought them 25 yards. So Paul Fletcher now. And here's Lee Crooks. It's Gary French with the kick that time. It's fielded by Richard Gay, who did that excellent run a minute or two ago, and he's going again at the defence there. And that time he's caught by Neil Wilbur. So, there's the big man Ian Marlowe. The tower is set there for Hull, Ian Marlowe, but he got it to the halfway line.
Made a good transition, Ian Marlowe, coming into the game from Rugby Union just this season, and going to have a big future in the game, I'm sure.
Well, why did Patrick Altar try and pass the ball there? He'd eschewed the passing option once or twice, and then down he goes and tries to pass the ball from off the floor. Not the option to take really there. Here's England for Castleford, so another try, I feel, at this stage for Castleford will make the game safe, and there's Lee Crooks trying to put them in that position. Still 14-6, so they're still in a moderately comfortable position, Castleford, but one more try would really make it look good for them. Oh, Fletcher, whoops. Well, we're seeing all sorts of players passing the ball in situations where a pass does not really look to be on. We like to see people throw the ball around, but not from impossible situations. And here's Paul Eastwood with a chance to have a run for a goal. Eastwood possibly more effective often as a defending winger than an attacking winger. Jackson with Harrison on, and Harrison to Busby. Well, Harrison and Jackson, I know they've been fought. That was a knock on by Busby. He's avoided himself there.
Well, he's annoyed with himself, but I think it's a little bit unfortunate because I felt that the tackler, Roebuck, was just hanging on that little bit too long there, and a lot of referees would have given a penalty to young Busby there, so I think it was a little bit unfortunate there. But we've got McNamara coming on for Russ Walker now, so obviously Noel Cleal just trying to put a little bit of new blood into the situation. Let's see what McNamara can do for Hull, because there seems to be a lot of gaps out there, moments, and a lot of missed tackles.
Hull really managing to steal that ball from Castleford scrum. That's a long kick there by Gary French, which finds touch just ahead of the 25 line. Castleford with heading ball.
I think you'll find it's Hull's heading ball there with Castleford kicking up, Martin, but certainly it was a planned move. The ball turned at right angles into touch there. If it had gone on, maybe Jonathan Ray would have had a bit of a chance.
So Hull. We're halfway through the second half. Well, Damien McGarry kicked out in the tackle there. The linesman spotted it. And it's going to be a free kick to Castleford.
Well, it was something and nothing really. He just freaked out in the tackle and I saw Irwin, once he knew the touchdown was coming on, made a little bit more of it. But it's something I must admit I wish the players would cut out on. And if you're still on the ground, the referee's got to assume that you're being held down there, because otherwise you get up. There's no need to kick out and wriggle, and I think it's something that's crept into our game. It is gamesmanship, and it's something I wish really we would cut out, because someone will lose an eye or get some other sort of injury. It's totally unnecessary. The referee will give it down.
So Luke Brooks with a chance to Castleford 2 points clear. This one, it is a difficult note, as we see with the ball dropping down again. Well, the way things are going, the match is going to overrun substantially here. For those of us going to another match today.
In a situation like this, it just puts pressure on the kick and the crowd get at him. Everybody gets frustrated, and if he does rush it, well, he doesn't do his kicking opportunity much good at all.
Yeah. Perhaps poetic justice, though, as they perhaps were a bit fortunate to get the kick in the first place, but now it's Lee Crooks' chance to see if he could give Castleford 2 points. 16-6 for them.
Just see the ball blow over there as Lee Cooks came up to it, and really Grant Hansen let go of it a bit too soon, obviously fearing for his fingers, but also Lee Cooks' shirt there, you can see how windy it is, and as I said, maybe we've been a little bit harsh earlier on by not expecting the standards from the size of the normal, but very windy out there, obviously.
So difficult conditions and a difficult position for Hull at this stage, because they need to score within the next few minutes really to make it make a game of this. They can see another score there in trouble. Here's Patrick Montan. It's been a little bit disappointing today on that occasion again, where he knocked on there, which means it's Castleford to win the score.
Good refereeing there, because referee Golchus tried to get the advantage there for Castleford, and Neil Turner stopped them getting out, so he went back to the show. Good decision.
So Castleford to pick it up on the halfway line. That's Paul Fletcher. He is keen to do well, Paul Fletcher. He's finishes in a couple of cases where he just got knocked his own.
I do feel that referee Golchus has been a little bit lenient with the towing about in the tackles there. This is the one thing we ask from the referees, is consistency. I watched the game Friday night with the referee there. There would have been numerous penalties for the way holding in the tackle, and we saw it with the whole play in the first half when he was unfortunate to lose the ball, and now we've just seen the ball fetch it. And really it's because someone's been holding on to it.
So let's see if these play the balls. It's the hole. There's John Sharp on the loop. Plenty of running in there. There's a substitute, McNamara. Mackie, oh, that's a lovely long ball by Mackie, brings McNamara, nice and long ball by McNamara. Here's a chance for Damien McGarry. Neil Turner, Greg Mackie's going to score in the corner. Well, this has brought Hull back into the game with just quarter of an hour to go. And that was an excellent move by Hull.
Oh, that was great football there from Hull, it really was. They switched the direction of play, McGarry came back on the angle, and then it went back outside. Castleford had the cover there, but that one man extra, the skipper Mackie right on the flank side, and he went in at the corner, and really, this has opened the game up. Here's McGarry coming back on the angle, then going back outside, finds the support with a beautiful long ball there. Turner feeds it on to Mackie. Gary French can't get to his opposite number. Mackie in at the corner. What a last 15 minutes we've got on our hands now.
So, Paul Eastwood with the kick for Hull. You did say, Ron, there were gaps appearing there, and we saw that. I think there might be more tries in this match. 14-10 now for Castleford, 14-12 should Eastwood kick this in difficult conditions. It's very windy out there. If he kicks this, it'll be a tremendous kick. He's not going to kick it with the ball on the ground, though. Here we go. Ron, it's like Test match special this. We have to keep trying to find things to talk about while so long on these kicks.
Yes, we'll have that word with Brian Johnson. I'm sure he can give us plenty of filling in time. But
oh, here he is, Paul Eastwood.
Well, it really is a little bit of a nonsense because the players have got to come and hold it first time, because that's far more frustrating for them to keep falling over. And really, the referee should have a word with this player, because he can't. Well, he has had a word with him because he's in an offside position there, and maybe he's just been lenient with it being Eastwood.
So, Dean Busby holding the ball, Paul Eastwood to kick the ball. Busby will be hoping he's accurate and manages to hit the centre of the ball. The face of the goal, the difficult kicking conditions, and I think it makes it even more difficult when somebody's holding the ball for you.
I think so. The old rugby union style used to get that, but those days are long gone, hence the Mount Sandy League now. But I think it's a little bit like the under-11s trying to take one from there. But here's the initial movement there. Mackie moving a long ball out, beautiful ball there. And this is the substitute McNamara, puts a beautiful ball inside to McGarry. McGarry going on the diagonal run, goes inside Crooks. Eaton's coming for him, so he turns back outside. But look at that long ball out there to Turner. And Turner didn't mess about, just flicked it on as John Ray came in to tackle him. French couldn't get in his opposite number. That really was a spectacular try, possibly the try of the match.
So that's 14-10, and Hull are now going to try and drive away from their own 25 line. That will have given them new heart. Trying to go now, and they're in the lead. So now we have a game in our hands. Full of running now they look keen. That's Carl Harris. They seem to go to sleep for the first sort of quarter of an hour this half. But now they're well awake, and there's Greg Mackey, the man who scored the try. There's John Sharp. It's the last tackle though. McNamara, who's going to kick it? McGarry with a kick ahead. Oh, the next words from McGarry, but McNamara throws it away. Really a golden opportunity there for Hull from Ron.
Well, it was a good decision by the referee once again here. He said that Castleford gained no advantage there. The tackle came in, knocked the ball forward, and then we had the ball coming on there for McNamara. He knocked it on. Castleford a little bit of a let-off.
So that was a good kick by McGarry. McGarry has had a good game for Hull today. He scored a try and done some effective running, and that time it was the kicking of McGarry that pinned Castleford back, and the mistake by Castleford could have left let Hull in for a try at that point. So, Castleford making mistakes now, and that is a vital mistake. That is the mistake that puts Hull level with Brad Webb. Brad Webb, the scorer there.
Well, you just can't believe that after Mackey scoring the last try and now Brad Webb going in for this one. It's all squared at 14 apiece. Castleford haven't had the ball for a long while. They've got it there and lost it again. And the missed tackles really were several. Players clawing about upstairs. You've got to get the legs. And what an interesting one this will be to see again. The ball's gone out. Joyner putting the ball onto Crooks. Crooks trying to go round his man there, looking for the support. Puts it in. Grant Anderson knocks it on. Webb picks it up. Now look at him go here. He runs at Dean Sampson. He runs at Flange. Flange is knocked off. Webb goes in. 14 apiece. And what pressure on Eastwood now.
Nice little dummy there by Brad Webb, actually, which took Dean Sampson out of the game, didn't it? He dummied to go one way and then went in between the two of them.
Yes, a little bit of a shimmy, but Dean Sampson could have kept coming there. He really should have kept coming, but Grant Anderson knocked the ball on, took his eye off, and Castleford in all sorts of trouble again now. They had the game won, and now Eastwood could put Hull in front with this kick.
So nothing to choose between the teams now, as we expected. Second and third in the table. They're all square, 14 all, with minutes to go. Paul Eastwood to try and put Hull in the lead. It's a good kick. It's a cracking kick. It's a cracking kick in these conditions.
What a marvellous kick that was. It really was showing the temperament of an international player, an international kicker, and Lee Crook's miss in the first half now is looking even more ominous. So we got the ball, Lee Crook's fitted up, Grant Anderson drops the ball, Brad Webb's on it in no time. Here he comes away now. He sees Dean Sampson flat-footed, David Plant misses his man. A terrible attempt of a tackle there, and really that is a shocking attempt by David Plans there, and you can see all sorts of things. Hull would have been behind their own try line there 20 minutes ago when Castleford were on song, and now they've got the game won, and all they've got to do is keep the game tight.
So it's Castleford 14, Hull 16. Hull in the driving seat, but Castleford will need to put in a good tackling stint here. Keep them pinned back. Lee Crook's possibly guilty of trying to play too much football in his own half.
Well, I don't know. The supporting players there, I like to see ball players playing football, and Grant Anderson should have taken it. But look at Dean Sampson, missed the tackle again there. It could be all over this time. John Sharp just steadying up, waits for the support. Surely should have given the ball to Mackey. Jonathan Ray had covered well, and now we've got Mackey going again. Hull got it, Castleford all sorts of trouble here. A little kick through there by Brad Webb. Where's the ball going? Keating must pick it up and come forward. But David Plans, well, did he obstruct Brad Webb? The whole supporters certainly sure. Beautiful long ball out. Now what's Brad Webb going to do? He's going to kick past Plans. Plans throws himself in front of it. I would say a little bit of gamesmanship there. The referee saw it differently. And Castleford are in all sorts of trouble.
So huge excitement in the latter stages of this game here. Hull almost making the game safe there. Castleford beating the ball down. They'll need to chase that and tackle. Well, that tackle comes in there from Grant Anderson. Hull have to keep it steady, hold on to this 2-point lead, and really we've seen this game go both ways. 7 minutes to go, so there's still time for Castleford to create yet another twist in this amazing tale here at the top of the table. 16-14 at the moment for Hull on Castleford's ground, of course, at Weldon Road. A wind-swept bank holiday Monday, but Castleford have really got some tackling to do here because Hull are on side now with Richard Gay, who's got full of money in the second half. Can he make it to the corner? Turns the ball inside. And there was Brad Webb. He's just 5 yards short. Hull are playing some tremendous stuff now. This is the sort of form that's taken them to the top of the table. And thereabouts. Of course, they still have to rely on others to lose. Greg Mackey. Tackle there. Let's have a look at that one again.
Well, this is very, very close. This. The camera angle will show it better. Does he get the ball over the line? Just short. Oh, just short there. He lost the ball. That was just inches, and that would have sewn it up. The Castleford are on the rack now. They've got a trialist on the bench. What a time for him to come on and score the winner.
Well, tremendous excitement here. 16-14, 2 points in it, into the last 5 minutes. And this is now Castleford with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, what a tremendous run he is.
There's all sorts of gaps out there now, a lot of tired legs. Can Lee Crooks pull something out of the back? Here he goes again. He'll want to do something special in these last few minutes. That kick he missed would have given Castleford the equaling score, but John Joyner now, we're on the last tackle, doesn't get the ball. Grant Anderson kicks it upfield. The chase is on. He'll just want to keep it tight. Neil Turner goes in, shackled by Jonathan Ray, Sean Irwin and Grant Anderson. But really, can Castleford come back, Martin?
Right, well, Rod is getting extremely excited here. He's biting his fingers down to the knuckles. 16-14. Of course, if the score stays like this, that means Castleford's last championship hopes disappear on this Easter bank holiday Monday. It gives Hull the hope that perhaps Widnes, looking a little bit shaky after the semi-final defeat, and of course Wigan with that difficult run in, perhaps they'll slip and perhaps Hull can steal the championship at the last. And certainly no one would deny them that's their home form, although away from home they've often been abysmal. They've caved in on some of these away matches. Not this one though. 16-14 in the lead with minutes to go. And that one will bounce harmlessly out of play and give Castleford the tap out from the 25 line. Now they will need to do something from this point. They know that time is running out for them. Been a couple of lengthy stoppages in this half, so that'll give them a bit of encouragement. And here's David Plange. One good run, one little pass from Lee Crooks, and Castleford could be back in the lead. And I feel that the next score here will win it. There's John Joyner, there's Crooks. That's not the sort of pass they're looking for. Picks up the ball. This could be the killer if Neil Turner had held that. Jonathan Ray though recovers. All sorts of excitement here. What's that? That's offside. That's a kick from Castleford. If Lee Crooks can get good length on this kick. Roebuck, Dean Sampson to drive there. They want to hold this for 6 tackles, right?
They do, but I feel they want to move the ball wide and stretch Hull about the field and open the gaps up. They're playing this one-man rugby stuff, and Hull will tackle in and around the ruck there. They really need to make the most of the 6 tackles.
Here's Crooks. That's Lee Crooks. So on the halfway line, there's England. That's a good pass. England is trying to redeem what has not been a brilliant game for it today, and that was an excellent pass there to Grant Anderson. And what's the referee going to give there? From down.
Well, that's disgusting on Keith England's part. He really stood in the way. He didn't get out of the way, and Keith England having a terrible game by my standards. I would suggest that Keith England doesn't want to be pointing at people. He was in the line from the play of the ball to John Joyner, and there another chance lost for Castleford.
That's Hull's ball. The clock is stopped, so these minutes that are ticking away, but don't matter, although just 2 minutes to go here, and some Castleford fans feel that they've had enough and they're going. There's 2 substitutes. Dean Sampson is going off for Castleford. There's a return for Southernwood. And the substitute, Busby, he's had an unfortunate game. He's going off for Hull, which means that they bring back Steve Durham.
I thought Castleford might just try their Charlies. He's supposed to be very speedy, and who knows, he might have just had those fresh legs to do something.
So Hull seemingly will just need to play out these 6 tackles, keep it steady, and they should be all right. They're in the lead, 16-14, with the minutes ticking away. Yes, they're using the forwards here. And that's time for us to walk on. There's McNamara, the substitute. 1 minute to go. That's Greg Mackey. for the drop kick from Eastwood. No, McNamara. Sensible play that by Hull. Play through the 6 tackles, then got it into touch.
Well, whether it should have gone into touch, I don't know. The scrum will take a little bit longer. The feed normally goes head and ball, but it gives Castleford a chance to move it about there, and maybe they would have been better just putting it in the corner of the tackle. We'll have to see, but Hull are certainly in the driving seat.
What possibly a final chance for Castleford to steal this game? As they steal it, at one stage it looked as though they were going to do it fairly easily. Castleford on the attack. It's Gary French. This will be tremendous if Castleford can steal this one. Last tackle though. Is it going to be the big up and under? What are we going to see on this last tackle? Lee Crooks throws it wide. Grant Anderson. They must keep the ball playing here. It goes into touch harmlessly. The scrum down with Hull to get the put in. I think if Graham Sutherland could win one against the head here, Ron, it would make up for everything.
Well, I don't think Mackie will be making it that easy for him. It's there to go for, though. If Castleford had pushed it, they would have got that, Martin. It really was in the tunnel.
So, Hull to play out those 6 tackles. 1 minute of stoppage time. There's Paul Eastwood going to take a bit of time to play this ball.
I think Hull have got to watch this, Martin, because the referee might not be too lenient if they take too long getting up to play the ball.
So the games will shut down back here. That's a knock on. Castleford will get the strike.
And that's the thing that tends to happen there. They're just trying to slow it down a bit too much. Marlowe not coming too deep, knocks the ball on, and Castleford's last chance.
And this definitely is a last chance. Steal that ball. Well, it's been a chapter of accidents this afternoon for Castleford. They certainly did enough in the last 10 minutes of the first half and the first 20 minutes of the second half to win this game. And they're certainly losing it now. Wes Walker has put Hull in the sort of position from which they are not going to lose this match, I'm sure. It'll have to be something phenomenal for Castleford to steal it now. They've now played 2 minutes of stoppage. I think we've called it 2 minutes of sound time, really. And Hull have merely got to go through the motions here. Castleford 14, Hull 16. Into the last tackle. So the kick to the corner, possibly by Mackie. There it goes the other way. McNamara. Oh, it's the turnover. That is yet another last chance for Castleford. Oh, it's about past to Crooks. That's what the hit in second now. We're getting up to 3 minutes of stoppage time, and Crooks must keep this ball going. Here's England. Can he steal it at the last? No, they should have kept the ball going there.
Well, England should have moved the ball straight away to the Plans. Plans has got the pace, and he could have gone clear there. Who knows? It's still
Joyner.
on.
Smith. No, they lost the ball. Well, they had to keep it going. You couldn't blame Tony Smith for that, because really the ball had to be kept going. The players, like us here in the commentary box, must be waiting for that hooter to go. So, the whole fans whistling away. That won't influence the timekeepers. But there goes the hooter. The whole players leap up in exultation. They're absolutely delighted. The whole fans below us celebrate. They come on the pitch to salute their heroes. A win so much sweeter when it comes like that by just 2 points, and really stolen in the second half by Hull. Castleford run only themselves to blame.
And there's Lee Crooks there, and who knew before half-time how vital that kick was going to be that he missed right in front of the post. 16 apiece, and I suppose at the end of the day a lot of people might think that was a fair result, but at least it gives one of the sides a chance to go and challenge for the championship. Still, it's Castleford out of it now. Hull are still there with a chance. They've got to hope that either Widnes or Wigan or both of them don't come through strongly, and Hull have been a credit to the way they've stuck to their game today. They've been a credit to their club, to their fans, and listen to the support they've got down there. None more so than Greg Mackey. It was his try that put them back in the game, and really they've been at the top of the table for a long, long time this season, Martin, and who knows, they might just be able to sneak it again now.
So the whole team celebrating on the pitch, the fans celebrating on the terrace. What a marvellous victory this has been for Hull, and good for Rugby League 2, because at least the championship race is still open. If it had been a draw, both teams would have been out of it.